Hey everyone, I'm TM from TM Nerdy. This is Violator from Series 1. I'd like to thank you guys for checking out the Rogue Trader. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and check out his website, theroguetrader.com. Alright, I'm on up out of here. Stay nerdy, my friends.
All right, everybody. So it's Tuesday, and we're going to do things a little bit differently. I'm going to kind of play around with this format a little bit and see if maybe this will get us a little more engagement and get the information out there without taking way too much of my time, right? Editing videos is rather time consuming. So this is your final cutoff order video. And these are all the books that are set for final order cutoff. This coming up Sunday and Monday. That's May 2nd and 3rd of 2021. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split screen this and we'll just go over the books real quick. And if anybody jumps into the chat, that is fantastic. And we can discuss the books if you'd like. I may end up doing this in tandem. I've reached out to a couple other YouTube creators to see if they might be interested in joining me and maybe doing this on a regular basis and discussing these books. So, got my coffee. Bueller be proud. Kind of wet the whistle, and we'll get right to it. So we're going to start with, and please bear with me. I am like just trying to figure all this out as I go. So we're going to start with our DC books. For this week, we've got Action Comics 1031. DC usually has 2 covers for their books. Beautiful trade dress on this one. I really like that kind of retro feel that they gave it. Super cool cover. Then we've got Batman Superman. Again, the trade dress on that is pretty spectacular. They always do a really great job throwing out some just fantastic covers for their trade dresses. So really like that one. We've got hardcover Batman White Knight. That's the Harley Quinn series that they did. I bought these in floppies. It is a black label book, so a little more adult themed, and it was a great run. So this is a collection of that. Of course, By the Horns, that's Scout Comics. Those are distributed, beginning to slowly trickle out through Lunar distribution. By the Horns #2, if you're ordering from Lunar. Then we're on to Detective Comics. Now, these Lee Bermeo's cardstock covers, just spectacular. I mean, let's take a look at that. Just beautiful, and the writing in this book has been spot on. The detective title has become more of a whodunit detective type book, and I've really enjoyed that from the creators of Batman. And I think his costuming and the way they've presented it has been more street level, more kind of Gotham gritty that we're used to in the late 70s, early 80s, and I really like that. We've got Flash, kind of a super cool, almost what do they call that? Negative space variant on that one. But that is a trade paperback. We've got Future State Superman as a trade paperback as well. That I was pleasantly surprised with pretty much all the Future State books. I wasn't expecting great things from them. But as I'm catching up on them, I didn't buy them initially. And as I'm catching up on them, been real happy with those. Of course, Harley Quinn is onto her newest reboot. We've got 2 covers for that one. The cover's kind of an American anime style on that trade dress. So that one's pretty cool. Midnight Western Theater. I don't know why they're soliciting #1 out of Lunar. This, of course, hit the stands a couple weeks ago, but they're still filling things out over there as far as distributing Scout Comics. But that is a great read. Hive Comics has just a killer cover on this one. Kind of a vampire riding a skeleton horse. It's super cool. We've got Milestone Returns, and this is the DC Milestone universe. They're not rebooting it, but they're giving us some of these characters. Static Shock, I see Static Shock in there. Really dig that. So I'm expecting pretty good things. I was a Milestone reader back in the day, so I'm kind of expecting good things from that one. Mr. Miracle, The Source of Freedom. This is going to have 2 covers on that one. Kind of psychedelic covers for that guy. Get out of the way. We've got Rabid World, a new book from Scout Comics, issue number 1 of that one. I think this, like Midnight Western Theater, is a previously solicited book that they're just kind of filling things out for reorders. We've got Robin, issue number 2, and that's in the current, of course, the current Robin with Damian Wayne. Again, kind of an almost negative space variant on that one. Use a lot of heavy reds. So we've got new characters coming and you know, just good stories there. We've got RWBY, Ruby, and Justice League. This is issue number 2 of that. And of course, that's the American anime style on that one. On to Stake number 2 from Scout Comics. We've got Suicide Squad, of course. We're going to be hit with just a ton of Suicide Squad over the course of the next couple of months. This is a trade paperback or hardcover? Trade paperback. Just a collection of Suicide Squad stories. And then Titans Academy. This is issue number 3. We've got 2 covers for that one. Of course, now we see Peacemaker really taking the forefront there. We've got Red X highlighted on the cover there. I understand, I haven't been reading this book, but I understand we haven't found out yet who Red X is, and hopefully that's something that's going to come out soon. So that's all of our DC books that are due. The orders on these are due by this coming up Sunday, May 2nd. Now we're going to switch on over. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this. We will, I don't want to do that one. Let's take a look at Final Order Cutoff for Image Comics. Now this is out of Previews World. And we've got Ascender, issue 15. Not been on that one. Bitterroot, number 13. That's been a real interesting story. See, that's what I'm saying. All right. Bitterroot. And then, of course, don't have any cover art for the second one. Bliss trade paperback, Deadly Class 46. Got a couple covers on that one. Department of Truth, number 9. There was a little bump in the road. Hive Comics has a spectacular cover of this one. It's super, super cool. I don't have art for it, but I believe, and don't quote me on this, but I believe it goes on sale this Saturday over at hive-comics.com. Low print run, super cool cover. So that's one to be on the lookout for. Of course, this A cover, you can't go wrong with Department of Truth. We got a couple covers with no art for that one. Excellence, number 11. I keep seeing Goddamn Virgin Brides, issue 5, being solicited, and it's apparently solicited again. We've got Ha Ha, This is issue number 5. And they announced this is a 6-issue limited run. And we're waiting for this to kind of tie into Ice Cream Man in that same universe. Couple super cool covers on that one. We've got Helm Grey Castle, number 2 of 4. There's a couple variants on that one. That's pretty cool, kind of an Aztec cover there. Philadelphia 13, we got a couple covers. Made in Korea, 1 of 6. It's a new book. Growing up in the first true AI. So kind of an interesting concept there. I'll have to check that out when it comes out. Manifest Destiny, Moonstress, North Force, of course, Eric Larson's Savage Dragon right on the front there. I believe that was solicited last week as well. Old Guard, Tells Through Time, issue number 2 of 6. Looks like we got some Vlad Tepes going on there. Of course, Old Guard made popular because of the Charlize Theron TV show. I have not watched it. I'm still in 15 seasons of Supernatural Hell. And they've got 3 covers for that one. Kind of medieval looking there. Pretty interesting. Savage Dragon 259, which I believe was solicited last week. Shadecraft number 3. Shadecraft, of course, this last week hit pretty heavy. And they're cranking those out. Kind of a real interesting story. That one was real popular. They got a couple covers. We have art for 1. Spawn 318. Of course, we always wanted to highlight Spawn. We're trying to make that the #1 most sold comic book. I personally buy all the covers. We're looking forward to the Spawnverse coming up. They released a couple of the covers, kind of gory. Real excited for that. And Spawn has just been a real good read lately. Just awesome. We've got Stray Dogs number 3, second printing. No art for that one. Summoner's War Legacy number 2. 2 Moons. 2 Moons has been a super cool story. That's coming out. Looks like we have a couple covers for that one. And Undiscovered Country number 7, going into a second printing on that one. We'll take a look at some of the indies real quick. Let's start with Dark Horse. Avatar, Next Shadow trade paperback. Crimson Flower trade paperback. Critical Role, Mighty 9. Origins. It's a hardcover of Jester. That's $17.99. Circle of Red Moon trade paperback. Dragon Age Fortress. Dark Fortress. That's 3 of 3. Wow, they got quite a bit. Map Puzzle, EC Archives. Kabuko Omnibus trade paperback. Super cool cover on that one. Lady Baltimore, Witch Queens. If you're not reading Lady Baltimore, you're really missing out. It's been a great ride. I had to go back and get all of the previous Baltimore books so I can sit down and read those before I go any further. But really enjoyed Lady Baltimore. Lost on Planet Earth, trade paperback. Mass Effect Outcast, it's a puzzle. Nexus Newspaper Strips, trade paperback. Interesting concept. Soupy Leaves Holmes hardcover. Witcher Witch's Lament. That's going to have a couple different covers. Of course, Witcher, an extremely popular TV show on Netflix. We got one that doesn't have any cover art. And then we have Young Hellboy, issue number 4. And that is a 4-issue run. So that's super cool. All right, let's pop back over to IDW, see what they're doing over there. Oh, the free comic book days are up for solicitation, so take a look at that art. Sonic the Hedgehog. This, of course, is going to be a super high demand book. The free comic book day version of Star Wars New Republic being solicited. We've got G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, issue 282. Got a couple covers. We got Godzilla, Unnatural Disasters trade paperback. Really getting into Godzilla. I've been rewatching the movie. So, My Little Pony Transformers 2, number 2 of 4. Onion Skin, Star Trek Year 5 trade paperback. Star Wars Adventures, Weapon of a Jedi, number 1 of 2. Very interesting. And TMNT Ongoing Collection hardcover. That's pretty cool. All right, so that's what we got coming from IDW. Let's see what else we got. Dynamite Studios. Of course, Dynamite has so many covers. Their Clash of Kings gets a little confusing. But for a free comic book day, we've got The Boys. Super cool there. And Vampirella. And, I got to get in on that. We've got Red Sonja, number 27. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. We got 7 covers for that one. We've got Red Sonja, Price of Blood. Those expensive $89 covers. So not a lot from Dynamite, and then Boom Studios. Boom Studios is going to give us Abbott. Got a couple covers for that. Berserker number 3, cover A. That is obviously not the right artwork for that. No. We don't have proper artwork for any of that, it doesn't look like. Dune, House of Atreides, number 7 in that 12-issue run. Looks like we're down to single covers on that one. I don't know what's going on there. We got Nightwing underwater or something. Enter House of Slaughter. This is the free comic book day. Of course, everything, something killing the children, is huge right now. So I don't know if this is going to be the first on that one before they start the new run, but I imagine that that's going to be a highly sought after free comic book day book. R.L. Stein getting into the free comic book day just beyond. Firefly, number 29. Of course, I get all the Firefly books. Looks like we have cover art for one of those. Something is Killing the Children, issue 16. So we're going to launch that new story. So this tells me that the free comic book day and the issue 16 are coming out around the same time. So it's going to be interesting to see how those fall in line of new characters and new storylines and what's being set up for the future of that title. Very cool Erica Slaughter cover without the mask. That one's super cool. The virgins on that, those watercolors are really cool. Spectre Inspectors is on issue number 4. I really enjoyed this run. I know it's a young adult title, but kind of digging it. I think that's got legs and some potential. Got 2 covers for that one. And then I usually go down through here. We'll take a look at Aftershock. We've got Girls of Dimension 13, issue number 2. I Breathe the Body, number 5. If you haven't read I Breathe the Body, like it's nearly impossible to kind of describe what that's even about. Just crazy Cthulhu meets, you know, Hellraiser or something. Just really insane. We've got Miles to Go, number 5. Nuclear Family, number 4. See what's going on there. And Shadow Doctor's on issue number 4. Shadow Doctor has been kind of the breakout hit for me. Kind of a really cool take on, you know, true life and noir crime, Chicago in the Roaring 20s type thing. So that's Aftershock, Black Mask, God Killer, Tomorrow's Ashes, number 2. A couple trade paperbacks, Last Born and Space Riders. Black Mask does some pretty cool stuff. So many indies anymore. Behemoth, You Promised Me Darkness, second printing. I know that my buddy Greg over at Black Cat Comics, my local comic shop, he wasn't really into this. I really dug it. It is not for everybody, but it is super cool. Also from Black Mask, Destiny New York, number 3, Long Knives. That was such a good read. Coming out in a hardcover, being solicited at, what was that, $16.99? Can't go wrong there. Super cool read. Man, I read too many comic books. Let's see what we got. Dynamic Forces. From Funko. Some pretty cool little Funko Pops and stuff. Oh, Marvin the Martian from Space Jams. Avatar, that one's super cool. The Rat Think. How cool is that? These can be ordered through your local comic shop as well. So if you're into Funko Pops, you know, just hit them up. Throw them a few extra bucks. If you're going to buy them from your local comic shop. Hasbro IDW Top Shelf. We've got Onion Skin graphic novel. Scout Comics. White Ash PI. That's Free Comic Book Day. Oh, that's super cool. I'm not familiar with White Ash, but that looks really cool. Source Point. We've got a single book for Free Comic Book Day, Gloomhaven. Gloomhaven is a really cool concept. Kind of a Dungeons and Dragons type of world. That one's pretty cool. Source Point, of course, putting out really cool books. Titan. We got Minion Sports trade paperback. So that's pretty cool idea. We've got one for the kids there. And so Titan. And of course, Vault Comics, we've got Autumnal number 8. Really great book. Blue Flame, a new superhero book. We've got 2 covers, 3 covers. Wow, yeah, quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 covers on, 7 covers on that one. So Blue Flame number 1. Not familiar with that one. Cosmic Hero, a DIY vigilante from Milwaukee. We got Milwaukee checking in. Dark Interlude. Got a couple on that one. I've enjoyed that. Engine Ward, issue 11. We've got 2 covers. Giga, number 4. There's 3, 4 cover, or number 4. We've got 2 covers. Giga, number 5. We've got 2 covers. Heavy, number 7. That's really cool. We've got art for 1 of those. Money Shot, number 11. Picture of Everything Else. Got a couple covers on that one. This has been a real cool storyline. Again, kind of a darker noir take on the world. That one's been real fun. Resonant on issue number 10. Shadow Service 8 has 2 covers. Witchblood is on issue number 3. We've got 3 covers for that one. Really cool tarot card cover there. And then finally, from our indie books, we've got Zenoscope, Man Goat, and Bunny Man, issue number 2. This is the 3rd week in a row that they've solicited that. I picked up issue number 1 yesterday, or not yesterday, last week. Really enjoyed that. I'm looking forward to issue number 2. Kind of just a fun, mindless book to read. And we've got Van Helsing versus Dracula's Daughter trade paperback. Of course, Zenoscope always has the greatest covers. So real quick, we're going to switch gears. A couple things I wanted to highlight. We've got Bleakhaven has their Kickstarter going over there. And they're about to release their 2nd book, which is issues 3 and 4 set in the Bleakhaven universe. If you get a moment, just check it out. Look for Bleakhaven on Kickstarter. They've got a few different shares to back the project. You can donate whatever you'd like. They've got tiers from $10 all the way up to, I think, $1,200 in different steps. You get art. They've got original art by Walden Wong available for their Bleakhaven character. It's a really well thought out world. I don't know if I can get the blurb to play and the sound to come through on this, but
good evening, my friend.
They did a really good job in setting that up. So Bleakhaven, go check them out on Kickstarter. And then from our friends over at Hive Comics, this weekend they have at Hive Comics or hive-comics.com. It's Cult of Dracula issue number 3. They've got a newer artist, Marie Key, on all these covers, and they've just been spectacular. They may have Department of Truth number 9. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure on that one, but I know for sure that this one comes out this weekend, 2 o'clock Mountain Standard Time at hive-comics.com. These key covers sell out extremely fast. They've got 9.8 options, guarantees. And we look the books over. I do the pressing for them. So they've got things going into CGC. They get them pressed first. They get them looking real sharp to get those 9.8s, 9.9s. So look forward to that. They got other books over there too as well. They've got all their exclusives and some signature series, Ninja Turtle, Last Ronin number 1s that we are hoping they are going to be coming back soon. And then finally, we are going to take a look at our Marvel comics for Final Order Cutoff. All right. I'm going to start off with Alien, issue number 2. That is not correct. Alien issue number 3. Really cool cover on that one. They also have an Adam Kubert variant, which we do not have art for. Skim over these. We got a Amazing Spider-Man omnibus. We got a couple of those. Beta Ray Bill is on issue number 3 of 5. And he looks like he's building his own Stormbringer. So we'll see what's going on with Beta Ray Bill. Black Panther number 25. We've got 12 covers for that book, and a highly sought after book, of course. This Gleason Stormbreakers, that's kind of the homage to that Spider-Man Gleason book. Kind of the same venue, a little bit different. I kind of dig that one. This is my favorite, the Heroes Reborn variant. That's a super cool book. Of course, Black Panther, very popular. We've got a new Black Panther trade paperback. Black Widow issue 7 is out. Dawn of X trade paperback. Demon Days Mariko number 1 poster. And then we have the Demon Days X-Men number 1 is on a 3rd printing. Hawkeye trade paperback. Of course, we're setting up for the Disney Plus Hawkeye show. Heroes Reborn is on issue number 4. Very cool Stormbreaker variant there. Looks like they got 4 or 5 of those. Heroes Reborn, Magneto and Mutant Force. Second solicitation on that one. Heroes Reborn Siege Society, which looks really interesting. We've got Baron Zemo starting his own team that includes the Black Widow. So we'll see how that takes off. I can't imagine those two working together is going to be a long-term thing. Heroes Reborn Young Squadron, where we have Miles Morales as a Falcon. And Infinity Gauntlet trade paperback, Journey into Mystery trade paperback, King in Black trade paperback. We've got Maestro War and Pax issue number 5. We've got 2 covers on that final issue. Let's see. Marvel previews. We've got Miles Morales Spider-Man issue number 26. Single cover there. MODOK Head Games trade paperback. New Mutants 18. Got a couple posters. Reptile. This, of course, is the character that was introduced in the Avengers. Getting his own book. Couple cool covers on that one. Kind of a hybrid human dinosaur. Silk Out of the Spider-Verse trade paperback. Darth Vader is on issue number 12. We've got 3 covers on that one. Of course, the Empire Tribute. Those are cool. Dr. Aphra. This is prelude to what? The Invitation. So Dr. Aphra, of course, super popular character. We got a couple covers on that one. Marvel's number 2. Trials Loki Marvel Tales. So a new Marvel Tales featuring Loki. Ultimates trade paperback. Another poster. U.S. Agent trade paperback. Big John Walker fan. I think that's going to be a really cool read. Vote Loki trade paperback. X-Men 20. We've got a couple covers on that one. All right. So there you have it. Those are all the books that we have coming out for Final Order Cutoff this weekend. Remember that your DC Final Order Cutoff is Sunday, May 2nd. And then everything else is Monday, May 3rd. So go check out your local comic book shop. If you don't have a local comic book shop, I'll be more than happy to make sure we get books out to you. But there you have it, traders. So till next time.